Tina Spalding Trance Channel here today for our daily Course in Miracles lesson together. Thank you for joining me today. Today we are doing lesson number 144. My mind holds only what I think with God. And this is another review period. So we are reviewing lesson number 127. There is no love but God's. And we are reviewing lesson number 128. The world I see holds nothing that I want. And there are no further instructions. This is lesson number 144. My mind holds only what I think with God. Let's see what Jesus has to say today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. And these are challenging lessons for the ego-ruled mind. And you must understand that you are not necessarily going to be comfortable with these ideas because you have been taught that your thoughts are your own. And this is one of the errors that you have been laboring under, because when you think that your thoughts are all your own, you are assuming that you have absolute free will over what has been put into your mind, and you have not had that. You have had many instructions in your society that are early on in your development, deeply embedded through repetitive and at times traumatic indoctrination, and these are still there. So those beliefs that are still there in your mind, they were adopted by the ego mind as a form of survival. So, for example, if you were 2 years old and you got in a lot of trouble when you didn't eat your peas and your mother withdrew love from you or punished you or force-fed you, you would have learned a particular behavior during that time to keep you safe. And this would have been the ego saying, it doesn't matter what you want. You have to just keep this body alive. It is a survival mechanism, a very primitive frequency in that sense. And so you would have developed a behavior. Let us say you began to cave in to eating what other people wanted you to eat because you got in so much trouble. Even though you were just a little baby, you got in trouble, or your mother abandoned you, turned her back on you, punished you, gave you a nasty face, which for a little being is very traumatic. It's very awful being force-fed. And you may have a weight problem now, but you have no recollection of that trauma. It is deep in the subconscious mind. And that belief and that coping mechanism, however, will generate thoughts and feelings. And you may find yourself struggling to eat healthily and having a desire for a healthy figure, a healthy body, but you can't maintain it because that deep programming has been embedded in you. So when you say things like, I'm only thinking the thoughts that God thinks, or that God's love is the only love there is, we are gently reprogramming you back to truth. But you may not believe it yet. And that is okay, because we are overriding and we are counteracting and we are contradicting many of the thoughts and beliefs and ideas that you experience every day in your normal ego-driven mind. So if these beliefs seem a little highfalutin or out of your realm of, out of your ability to reach them, be patient with yourself. We are counteracting thoughts and beliefs and ideas already existent in the mind, and the ego has developed those to keep you safe, to keep you from being punished or hurt, and it will send up a warning signal that you are stepping into treacherous territories trying to reprogram the mind, because it has done this after all to keep you from getting in trouble. And so you might feel like a very strong argument comes up to some of these lessons. It does not matter. You can observe the argument and go, wow, my mind really disagrees with this. Very interesting. Try not to allow the thoughts of disagreement or argument win. Do your lessons diligently and faithfully, and all will begin to change slowly but surely into a much more peaceful mind. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.